Welcome to 101 on God 101. It's a little bit of a flashback. Our guest today is Matt Klotz, who came in second on Big Brother season 25. Hi, Matt.
How you doing? Thank you so much for having me.
Big congratulations are in order for you because you may not have won Big Brother, but you came home just weeks ago from Japan from the Deaflympics with 10 medals, 5 gold, 2 silver, 3 bronze. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm just blessed to have the opportunity again. So I'm just glad I got more than one medal, honestly.
And 10, how did you prepare for it? And how long were you in training for the Deaflympics?
Yeah, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. I mean, there's a lot of factors as well, international competition, being in a foreign country as well, being able to communicate, transportation, all that. For me, it just came from a lot from experience. My whole life I've been competing. And then since I was 16, I've been competing internationally. So a lot of it just came from familiarity, from it being familiar, and just knowing what to expect, know everything's not going to go the right way, not everything's going to go smoothly, and prepare for expect the unexpected, literally. There's so many factors that you can't control out there. And that's what I did. I travel a lot. It's very hard for swimming because swimming is a very demanding sport. You have to train 5 hours a day, doubles and all that. And I've done that obviously before coming up to Big Brother, and then after Big Brother, I basically retired. But after Big Brother, there was still that burning sensation in me. I wanted to do more. I wanted to achieve more. I wanted to keep advocating for the deaf community, and that was kind of my itch. It's like, okay, let's go again. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. It was really only about 2 months in the water, which is not a lot of time. A lot of it came from the last 2 years of just hitting the gym. I was being very active. I was being very mobile, but I wasn't in the water. So once I got in the water, it wasn't a complete shock to my body getting back into it. So a lot of it just came from muscle training, and then a little bit of just pure sprint training in the water, and then experience.
Wow. You're 29 now, yes?
Yes.
So you've been competing for the last 13 years.
Right.
So how many more years?
I know, right? I thought I was gonna retire, then I was like, nope, never mind. Honestly, I think it was kind of like this was gonna be my retirement, maybe, but now I'm at 32 medals, and it tied the most in swimming Deaflympic history in the world. And I broke the most decorated American athlete. And now I'm one off now. Now the most medals ever in Deaflympics is 33, so I'm one off. And it was a swimmer who had 32, so that's why I tied swimming. But he did cycling, and he got another medal in cycling, so he got the one up on me. He did it in 5 games, and this was my 4th. So I'm just gonna go again. I'm gonna go for my 5th one. It's gonna be in Greece, Athens. So I think that's gonna be a great location, a good excuse to travel, and just get that record. I'm very ambitious. I wouldn't say not satisfied, but there's always a goal. Once I achieve another goal, I'm on to the next goal.
When is that in Greece?
That will be in 2029. So another 4 years. Yeah. So it's every 4 years for Deaflympics as well.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned 5 hours in the water every day. Do you ever take a day off of being in the water when you're training for something like this?
Yeah. Well, when I was in I would say prime. So when I was in college, growing up into college, it was that. Now it's most of it's in the weight room. Most of it is just outside of swimming. But then knowing I was going to compete again in swimming, I did a little bit of that, but it wasn't 5 hours. I was definitely at a disadvantage with that, but I did best of what I could do and what I could make. And a lot of it came from mentality. I can be behind the blocks and be like, oh, I didn't train enough, or put that aside and just want it bad enough. Trust the process, and know you've done not just 2 months of work, but 15 years plus of work behind that.
That's true. Mm-hmm. How much sleep do you get?
How much what?
How much sleep do you get a night? What time do you go to bed?
When I was in Japan, or
like when you're training?
When I'm training, it varies because I have the morning practices. They're usually at like 6 a.m. And I'm like, I see you saw in Big Brother, I was a late night owl. I was up till like 2, 3 a.m. So it's kind of similar to that in my real life outside. I'm always up really late, and then wake up early if it's swimming. I know in Japan, I was getting like 5 hours of sleep because every night I got drug tested. Because if you get a world record or a gold medal, you get drug tested, and that takes like an hour and a half. So I got home, like, or back to the hotel really late, and you're kind of all excited, all the good energy. So I can't sleep because I'm like, adrenaline is pumping. Yeah.
Yes. What do you eat? Tell me about your diet. What do you eat? What do you avoid like the plague?
Yeah. In general, I'm eating a lot of protein, meats, red meat, all sorts of those kind of things. I like to stick to, like, if you look at a grocery store, you go on the outside of the grocery store, it's all healthy produce, fresh food. And then obviously, like, in the aisles, there's kind of more like boxes of stuff I try to stay away from. I don't know the term for it, but just like processed food. I think that's just so important, especially with just athletes as well. You just need to get the best of what you can get. When I was in Japan, it was kind of like sticking with the usual stuff I eat because I don't want to try new foods out there because what if I get sick, food poisoning or anything? So it was just sticking with the same diet and everything.
Let's talk about Jag real quick, because when you came in second, that was the season Jag won, and he recently celebrated winning Amazing Race. He's the only person to win both Big Brother Amazing Race. What do you think?
I expect nothing less, honestly. He's a champ. I think it's kind of iconic because, like, he went go do another show, he wins it, and then I go do what I do, like competing, and still on top. So I think it's kind of cool to see us, even though we're not together in that house anymore, we're still doing big things, I think, and we're still going for wins, So I think it's pretty iconic. So I was really happy for him when he won that. He deserves it. It was just awesome.
I see on your Instagram that you have expanded your Big Brother community, which always happens from other seasons. Like, who have you become fast friends with?
Outside of course, people from my season like Jag, it's Kat Dunn and her boyfriend who were also on Amazing Race. Keanu and his girlfriend, because we all live really close together in Dallas. So it's really awesome hanging out with them, and it's cool because we're all from different seasons. So it's not like we were from the same season. And there's just a bunch of Quinn's at a lot of the events that we're at. Adrian. And so I see them a lot more often than the rest of the people because they're all in Texas. Quinn's like 2 hours in Oklahoma, but it's so close to Texas where we are. So it's really cool community we have.
We know you came in second to Big Brother during your season. We know you're tied for being the most decorated Deaflympics swimmer. Would you ever do Big Brother again?
I think so. I'm not really someone that says no. I think it went so well. I think that I get asked this a lot, and of course, my response is always, well, if it's 100 days, maybe not. But if it's a little shorter or something, maybe. Or I think I would play a different ball game. I think I would just switch it up and play it differently. Obviously, the way I played did well, got me second. But I think, with things like if you're going on another show or the same show again, you might want to switch it up a little bit because you don't want to be predictable.
I see you're wearing a new cross. You wore one in the Big Brother house. This is a new one. Tell me about your spiritual life. How's your spiritual life going? How's your relationship with God going?
It's good. Again, like, he was with me every step of the way to Deaflympics as well. I had him behind the blocks with me, before every race. And after every race, even if it wasn't first, he helped me get to the wall. I think what I did was very challenging. I did 28 races there, which is a lot. Most swimmers don't do that much. My body was giving out every day. Like, I was doing the most races every day. 6 races, 5 races average every day. My body was crashing. I pulled my back. I pulled something in my neck. And, you know, I think just talking with him, you know, every session, just like help find the strength to finish this meet out, keep going. This isn't just for myself. You know, I'm not coming to Deaflympic just for my own pride or my own ambitious goals. It was, I'm here for a message. You know, I'm here to do more than just what's for myself. It's bringing the advocacy, being advocate for my deaf community, disabled community. And I think that's what really helped me get through everything, because I was there with a mission and he was with me every step of the way.
Christmas is upon us. Any Christmas traditions, or what plans do you have for tomorrow?
I'm pretty low key. I mean, I'm gonna go see my family for in Georgia for Christmas. I won't see my sister this time around because she is starting it with her fiance. So that's really cool. And nothing really crazy. Just being with family at the end of the day.
And what are your hopes for the new year?
New goals, new. You know, every year it's kind of this. I treat it the same. You know, I try not to, let's start on New Year's, make a new goal. I try to just always have a new goal and not just wait till the first. So I've already have new goals in place. I already have my New Year's resolution, I think, as all that already set.
Can you share what it is?
I mean, yeah, I think, I mean, one is, I would say, another show, because now I'm going to have another 4 years in between with swimming. I want to get on another show. I think just the whole, obviously it's fun. It's crazy, once in a lifetime experience. But again, just spreading awareness. You know, I don't think there's a lot of representation of deaf people on TV shows. And I think that's just really cool to put to the challenge for myself and for others.
You were the first deaf house guest, so you made history there in the Big Brother house. Mm-hmm. And you came in, you were runner-up. So pretty impressive. Well, Matt, I thank you. Godspeed. Merry Christmas. All good things in the new year to you and all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.